Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is the journey you're about to hear. Mistakes were made, lessons were learned, experiences shaped the path. True resilience came growth, momentum, and eventually mastery. This conversation isn't just about where our guest is now. It's about the becoming of a creative genius, Donald Ola.
At the end of the day, you're going to leave. I mean, you're going to leave the world. You're not going to leave. Life is beautiful, man. Life is beautiful when you realize you just need to live it.
Your journey started off as you being a photographer and a video editor. Where were you mentally when you decided to become a photographer?
I was a young boy now. I wasn't thinking about where I was. I was trying to find myself. I didn't like school. So there was that.
Okay.
I knew I some part of me knew that wasn't my calling. I got admission to study engineering before I started, this whole thing. When I started, I realized, man, I don't have time to do engineering. I don't like school in the first place. Why should I spend 5 years doing that? I remember the question I asked my brother when I saw Zaviano's pictures. I said, does Zaviano make money from these things? I was like, he makes a shit ton of money. I said, oh. So not only do you get to create amazing images, you get to get paid for it. Oh, please, where do I sign? I'm very, very impulsive. I could sit on an idea for a while sometimes, and then wake up one morning and decide, let's go.
You made a video just talking about you want to have a 7 days marathon and it's going to begin I think that same day, right?
Yeah.
11 p.m.
The end of.
And then the next day you had to start.
I'll be having a marathon this week where I'll be shooting every day, and new images will be coming out that same day by 11 p.m.
So what would you say was the gap, if there was any, the gap between having the idea and executing it?
I think that year it was kind of slow for me. I didn't take a lot of pictures that year. So I was like, you know what? Let me do something before the end of the year. I'm going to take photographs and then end it with the end of the year. 7 days after my exam. It was immediately after I wrote exams in England. I decided to start. So there was not a long, trust me, it was maybe 24 hours gap between the idea and me starting it. It was to test myself, to push my creative limits, and also just for the fun of it, why not? Let's do something crazy. Let's go crazy. And that's just what it was. It was fun. It was really fun. Even though I wasn't good, I met somebody the year after, because it was the ending of the year. The next year, I met somebody and they were like, now this one video allow me to disturb internet. I was so proud of myself in that moment. Yeah.
It's easy to have an idea, but I think most of the problem a lot of creatives have is executing the idea, and even the speed of execution. That speed was it very important when it came to executing the idea?
Definitely. It was not even a key factor, it was the main factor. Speed. How fast can you think of the concept, right? How fast can you execute? How fast can you shoot it? How fast can you edit it? How fast can you put it out there? Sometimes we had lags where it's like, oh, I can't post tonight, I'm sorry, but I'll make sure I post first thing tomorrow. Do you understand? So speed was the main thing. Yeah, it was the main thing. Marathon essentially eliminates room for procrastination. There's nothing like, oh, I'll do it when I have this or when I don't have this. I have my camera. God gave us the sun. I have the laptop to edit. What am I waiting for? Think about what you can use the sun to create. So trust me, there's so much you can do with the sun. You don't need a lot to create. I should be one light setup till today.
There's this thing that a lot of creatives are so used to now, and that's this urge to want to post every single time. You need to create every single time, you need to produce every single time, because there's this feeling that, oh, if I don't create today, if I don't produce
you're
today,
gonna be forgotten.
I'm going to be forgotten and nobody's going to care about me. But I mean, I remember that you've talked about a particular year where you had to slow down. Would you say you slowing down was a bit of a disadvantage for you?
Yeah, not a bit, a lot. I'm still trying to get myself back. I'll tell you what it is. It was in 2022. I took a break for a month. Who asked me? Nobody. I could have just stayed doing my thing. Right? But I took a break. And essentially what happened was that I just felt like I was I wasn't myself. So I was like, you know what? Let me slow down and just take a break. Who sent me? Part of the reasons why it was a disadvantage to me was, whether we like it or not, there's a community of creatives, especially out of Benin City, and I was not close to the community, but like if you check my post from back then, you see the people that were commenting on my post and the people that were liking my post. It was the community essentially. But then coming back from the break, I didn't come back, right? So it wasn't more to my clientele or whatever. It was more to the community. I wasn't where I should be right now, right? So it was a disadvantage because they say if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go with people.
Yeah.
And I had these people with me, but then I lost them somehow.
Now more than ever, we're having conversations about networking.
I've never been one to do that network or try to talk to people. I never.
Networking sometimes can just be an avenue of somebody else using you to boost their ego, because you have it in your head that this person can open this door for me.
Take advantage
you stay there, and sometimes you allow yourself to be taken advantage of. Have you ever had a personal experience of that?
About being taken advantage of, or because
being exploited or anything?
In the name of networking?
Yeah.
No, never. Have I been exploited? Yes. There's no creative in business that has not been exploited. Trust me, I know, right? But in the name of networking, no, never.
Is there a moment that has broken you in your creative journey as a photographer and a video director?
And first of all, as a photographer, yes, I've had clients not like their pictures. Every time that happens, I feel like throwing my camera away. Every single time, because it's horrible. I absolutely hate it. Every time if a client is not satisfied with my work, I feel like doing myself.
And how do you respond to that?
Sometimes I've had to, redo a session for free to make sure they love their pictures. That's how much I pride myself in customer satisfaction. I would do a session, and what I would and I actually prefer when the client would tell me, oh, I didn't like these pictures, rather than you take it outside and start showing people that see the rubbish job that this nigga did for me. Tell me, it's me that did the job, Abby. Tell me that I did a rubbish job, and then see my reaction. I'll tell you, I'm so sorry. Can we do another session? Don't worry, on the house. And then there's also like customer mode of approach. They approach you like they own you. Please don't do the session again. They should go. Because remember, you didn't buy the camera for the photographer. It's self-respect and self-worth.
What would you say is that one thing that you find really interesting about photography or videography?
Freezing time. I spoke about this the other day on my story, and I was explaining how important it is, how photography is you freezing time. Is you capturing emotions with light and colors, and when people see that picture, that photograph, 2-3 years later, they feel the same emotions that you froze. Right? That's what photography is. And then with videography is the motion of it. So you are telling a story with the emotions, and you're still freezing time. You are projecting an emotion through clips. You're telling a story. You're telling everybody that something happened here. You're making people feel what was felt in that then and there. So like, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Photography and videography is very interesting. I take very, very dark images. They're bright sometimes, but most of them are dark. There's a feel you take in from my pictures. It has a dark aesthetic. I came to realize that was my style. When you create something, send it to people to overlook it. Yeah, let them see the flaws in it and tell you, oh, there's rubbish here. Fix the rubbish. Because when it goes out to the public, there's no fixing again. Sending people to people that have different perspective on things. If everybody resonates with it, why would your clients not love it? I'm a product of God's grace and my mistakes. I'm a person of interest. No, but essentially,
I'm a product of my past.